All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect to the nation of Israel. And this is going to be a lesson, a video on how we're going to have a field day judging you people, man. Right? When this society falls and we start moving into our kingdom, we're going to have a field day both seeing the judgments that happen to you wicked people, man. And when we're in the kingdom, enacting judgments on you scumbag people, man. From you dirty, stinking heathens to you Edomites, man. We're going to enjoy seeing a look on your face of dread and stress, knowing that these bad things that are happening to you are really actually not bad things. They're actually justice, man. They're bad for you because you're wicked and you want to escape justice. You're justice evaders. But they're actually the right thing to be done. Right? The things that are going to happen to you Edomites in the kingdom and to you heathens in the kingdom, man, those are actually righteousness happening. It's actually righteousness that's taking place. That's what people are going to be witnessing when they see it. It's actually going to be them witnessing righteousness, man. It's not going to be no wicked thing that's taking place. It's going to be the Israelites enacting righteousness, man. And I'm going to get this, right? Because you people ain't going to be able to say nothing to us when the changeover happens, man. You ain't going to be able to say nothing. Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. In fact, verse 1, for Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob. And that's what you people was always trying to keep making it not be a thing. You kept trying to make it be a, oh, God loves everyone. Everyone's everyone. And everyone's everything. And only spiritual Israel can be saved. But here's the thing. There ain't no such thing as a heathen being spiritual Israel. It's going to be an Israelite that's acting like an Israelite in both flesh and spirit. A heathen can't act like an Israelite in either way. Right? They can't act like an Israelite in any way. But the first way that they could try and act like an Israelite would never be the spiritual way. It would be the carnal, by them trying to mimic the law. But when you go to Romans, the 4th chapter, it's not about the law. So that it can be guaranteed that the promise is made sure to all the seed. Right? It's never been about the law, man. It's always been about the promise that Yahweh gave to a specific descendant from Abraham, which is not the Ishmaelites, it's not the Edomites, it's the Israelites, man. It's not none of the descendants that came from Keturah. It's the Israelites. And all you liars out there that want to try and make it be something else, the reason why you lie is because you know you ain't no Israelite, spiritually or any other way. Because if you was, you'd just tell the truth. You wouldn't need to lie about what it's about. You just tell the truth, man. Why would you need to lie? Verse 2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Right? This is what's going to be taking place. So when we're ruling over you people, you can't try and say, oh, this ain't fair, because you used to oppress us. And it was all fair, all's fair in love and war when you was ruling over us, right? When you was able to hire and fire us, when you was able to do dodgy things to us in the medical industries, right? When you was able to try and play God over our health, right? Try and play God over our food sources, try and play God over the water that we drink, try and play God over the information that we have access to. It was fair then, right? So when we've got the power over you, it's going to be fair then too, right? When you was putting us in hardcore slavery and doing all the brutal things that you did to us, you were civilizing us. That's what you said, right? So then when we've got you in the same situation, guess what? We're civilizing you, right? Based on what we think civilized, which what we think civilized is based on what Yahweh thinks is civilized, which is the laws. So when you want to eat pork, you're not going to be allowed to. When you want to be an LG free tea, you're not going to be allowed to. When you want to be an alphabet and a rainbower, you want to be a false witnesser, a talebearer, shaving off your beard. No, you ain't going to be able to do none of those things, man. You're going to have to do what we say. And what we say you're going to have to do is going to be based on what Yahweh said you're going to have to do. Last bit of verse 14 and 2 again. And they shall rule over their oppressors. You can't complain. If you used to be someone's slave owner, doing whatever you want to do to them, and then they end up getting you in slavery, you can't say, oh, nah, this ain't right, man. This ain't right. Slavery's wrong. Slavery's wrong. Because it wasn't wrong when you was owning people, was it? And that's what these Edomites always try and come with. Oh, slavery's wrong. Because if you do what we do, then that would mean that you're the same as us. But y'all try and go out like y'all special. And we're going to do what you do, have you in slavery, but we're going to do the captivity different, man. And it don't matter if you don't like it or not. It's going to happen. And, man, yesterday, man, the spirit was heavy on a lot of women that I was interacted with yesterday to be demons, man. And it made me think to myself, like, if violence was active in the earth right now, would any of those women try to have deal with me how they dealt with me yesterday? And the answer is an astounding no. Because they would have known exactly what would have happened, man. I would have showed them what would have happened. But because we're trying to not be crash outs and trying to do the right thing and trying to spare some of you people, man, because we know that Yahweh's going to judge us if we do anything wicked, you people try and take the mick, man. And I also want to say this, man. Based on what happened yesterday, some of the things that happened to me yesterday, I'm starting to realize that Eve does not deserve no mercy, man. She doesn't deserve for you to be polite to her in public. She doesn't deserve for you to move out of her way and give her a rite of passage if you're just walking on the street. She deserves to be steamrolled right through, man. Don't move out. She deserves for you to not move out of her way, right? And if you end up barging her on the floor, that's what ended up happening, man. Because if you do move out of her way, the bitch is going to linger, try and take the piss, and she's going to get proud and think, yeah, you better move, nigga. She's going to actually think that as if you and her was to collide, she's going to do something, man. These stupid women with their children, like one heathen woman yesterday, I had to tell her to damn hold her child because her child almost damn ran onto her train tracks, man. And this dumb heathen Ishmaelite fucking bitch, he's like, it's baby, it's baby, it's baby, why you angry? All this. And I'm thinking to myself, you dumb bitch. When I pressed the button to get off the train, I almost stepped on the child because he dived off the train. Right? You should be holding his fucking hand. And then he rushed towards the train tracks. And then stopped. And then turned back around to you, you fat bitch. But he almost could have ran onto the train tracks, you fat cunt. And she's getting all attitude and that. And I'm thinking to myself, like, if, like, these people they really don't understand how easily one day of you trying to come in the next way to somebody, right, can just get you mashed up, man. Some of these people don't understand. But when all hell breaks loose, no women are going to be talking to any of us men with any kind of sass, any kind of back talk, man. And this woman had a hijab on. She could barely even speak English, right? And she had a stank-ass attitude like she already just done dropped in the UK for a couple of weeks and already done westernized off, man. And I heard Apostle Gabar say a couple of days ago that these heathens don't respect us. They basically wipe their feet on us, and they do. None of them women, even though I could have easily dusted them off, right? None of them women were scared to try and talk to me any kind of way that I dealt with, and had the unfortunate opportunity to have interaction with them yesterday. None of them women were scared to try and come at me any kind of sideways way. And I remember one brother, I don't remember exactly who it was, but I remember one brother before said that something like a woman on a train, a woman on a bus said, get out of my way. Don't you know it's National Women's Day? Right? The way how some of these women talk and how they go on, yeah, it's like they actually think that they're tough, man. They actually think that they're tough. And I heard a stand-up comedian, a female one, say to the Hodge twin, she said she thinks that men should start beating women up again, right? And then they was like, oh, I don't know about that. And she was like, nah. I think that men need to start beating women up again because women don't understand that men having mercy on them is actually men having mercy on them, and they actually really start to believe all this stuff that they see on the news, all this stuff they see in the movies of them being stronger than men, beating men up in movies, and that they actually start to really believe it. Right? They actually start to actually believe that that stuff's true, man. And I believe that women are like that. They actually don't understand that a lot of the time when men have mercy on them, it's men having mercy on them. They think that's something that they deserve, and that's why they're still, right. When men are now no longer wanting to deal with you fucking hoes, they are starting to think that men are the problem. They still don't understand. No, maybe we did something wrong. No, they think men are doing something wrong. They don't think men have got the right to refuse dealing with these hoes. They think men are not right, working right, and we're obviously all the right women. There ain't nothing wrong with us. There's something wrong with the men. And Eve, you see what I heard Elder Amar say something in one video yesterday, Eveisms, right? You see, you Israelite women, man. A lot of y'all are gonna struggle to be a wife of the men of the elect, man. Even certain men that don't even deal with heathen women might say, you know what? Bring the heathens, man. Fuck Eve, man. The first batch of Israelites that make it into the kingdom, man. The first batch of children that are Israelites in the kingdom. A lot of them are gonna have heathen moms, you know, right? A lot of them are gonna have heathen moms. That's what I see. Or they're gonna have moms from the northern kingdom, man. But in the northern kingdom of demons too, it's just less spoken about because there's less northern tribe brothers within the truth right now. But as more of them start to enter into it, they're gonna give their accounts and their testimony of how wicked you hoes are too, man. Running around getting freaked off by Esau as well. It's all gonna be exposed for you wicked ass women, man. You really actually believe your own hype, man. And then you Israelite women from the southern kingdom are so proud and going around with all this haughty spirit. And then I'm thinking, hang on, make a ponytail from your own hair though. And that's what that Ginger J guy said, man. And then they bun him out, made him lose his whole career, right? But what he said was true though. He went straight to the damn jugular vein when he said what he said, man. Take off your hair. Where's your eyelash? He went straight there, man, because he knew exactly the thing to say to strike at the pride of you black women, and it's a real thing. The average, like if you just go and do a social experiment or a little public study when you're outside, today I'm gonna count every single Israelite woman that I see, and I'm gonna note whether they had their real hair in their head or weave. It would be a mystery if even 20% don't have weave in their hair, man. And if they don't have weave in their hair, guess what they're gonna have? A hat on or something, man. A hat or some kind of head covering, but not a head covering because they're trying to be righteous and keep the laws and have their hair covered. Because you notice whenever they have a weave, they don't wear a fucking head covering over it, do they? They wear a head covering when they got their dirty, dry scalp hanging off. But they don't want to put on a head covering when they've got weave underneath it. They want to try and show it off and have a long ponytail running down their back crease that ain't their hair. And then try and laugh and mock a brother that might be bold. But here's the difference. He ain't putting on a Donald Trump wig to try and cover up his boldness, is he? Or they'll try and attribute men having a receding hairline to the so-called black woman not being able to grow hair as much as they can't grow hair, when if you was to compare the amount of Israelite men that can grow long hair to the amount of Israelite women that can grow long hair, you best believe you're going to find more men that can grow long hair than women. In fact, at the early stages when I used to see videos of most of the brothers that are in London, they all had afros looking like Jackson 5 up in here, man. I remember that I used to see all of them had big afros. I don't remember at times being alive seeing a group of Israelite women have afros like that in real life. I don't recall that, man. I'd have to see pictures of the 70s and all that to see that, man. You Israelite women don't even understand how ugly you've became, both inside and out, man. Y'all are wicked. And I don't care what y'all want to say about any other nations of women. Fucking what about you? You're so delusional that you don't even understand that you trying to put on a blonde-haired wig, a blonde-haired weave, is you trying to copy the so-called white woman. It don't matter what you say about, oh, there's some people that are black that have blonde hair. It ain't you though, is it? And when all hell breaks loose, a lot of you are going to really struggle to get in the good graces of the so-called black man. And that's going to be your only opportunity to get help. Because the Indian man, the Chinese man, they don't want to deal with you. Because if they don't want to deal with you listen, man, if they don't want to deal with you in peace, they ain't going to want to deal with you in pain. You understand? If when the society is all flowing and going great, people don't be like, you know what? I'm going to come over to America and get myself one of those African American women with them long nails and the red hair. Because I've just heard that they're such great wives. No one does that. No one travels anywhere to where you Eves are to try and make you wives. People travel to where so-called white women are to try and make wives out of them. People travel to where Asian women are for damn sure to try and make wives out of them. But when it comes to the so-called black women, the so-called black man travels away from where you are to try and make wives out of another woman. And then you, Eves, are so wicked and demonic that you're trying to follow him over to where he's gone to get away from you. Because you don't believe that you're a problem. Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 9, rise up, you women that are at ease. Don't you fucking know that you women have been at ease? If we was to, even though the Israelite woman has caught hell, I can't lie and say she hasn't caught no hell. She has caught hell. But guess what? Every single time she got the opportunity to ease her hell by fucking us over, she did it. Every single time, man. Every single time when she could ease her pain a little bit and throw us under the bus, she took that opportunity and didn't give a shit. Didn't think twice, man. Didn't think twice. And that's why, for the most part, the Israelite man's going to be treated better from a woman of another nation than from one of you hoes, man. He's going to be treated with more respect from another woman of another nation. And it's not just about the so-called white woman, because we ain't going to be worshipping her batty hole in the kingdom. Just because a so-called white woman, an Edomite woman, is attractive in the kingdom, that doesn't mean that she's going to be becoming a concubine. She might have been a demon in the past life and get judged same way, man. We ain't just going to be simping over, oh, she's fine, or she got a fat ass, you're nice. That's a waste to make her work in the mind. No, she's going to work in the minds, man. Just like how there was Israelite women that would have been attractive and beautiful, and they was catching hell when it was Esau's time to rule, man. Because there ain't no worshipping of women around here, man. What some of y'all might think's going on, that we just are so desperate to get the kingdom of heaven so that we can be with the Edomite woman. Nah. Because when all hell breaks loose, we're going to really see what you women for exactly what you are, man. We're going to see your real face without all that makeup on, right? Without all that bullshit that y'all use to try and beautify yourselves, to trick men into thinking that you're hotter than you are, the tricks of the trade that y'all have. We're going to see a lot of you women that are proud as fuck now, right? Try and come, like, you can't fake being humble, man. And if you've been proud for decades, for your whole life, and then all hell breaks loose, and now all of a sudden you want to be humble, now that all hell's breaking loose, people ain't gonna like that. People don't like that. They're gonna be like, nah, you're only trying to say all of this shit now because you know you're fucked. So get the fuck away from me, or I'm gonna move you away from me. And Eve's gonna initially try and think she can try and side with the heathen man and the heathen woman, and they're gonna beat her up, man. They're gonna box her up, man. The heathen man might hold her in a full Nelson hold, right? While his heathen wife just starts softening up the ribs like Rocky Balboa punching meat in the freezer, man. Hitting them with them, let's get ready to rumble, man. That fighting game back in the day, ready to rumble. When you hit the punch, RUMBL, and start doing them special moves, man. Just Afro Thunder, punching up the ribs, man. You ease, like, you think you're tough, man, and you're gonna find out. And a lot of you women in general, you think you're tough, and you're gonna find out you're not bad. You're gonna find out you're not bad, man. And I don't, like, this video this video is heavy on my spirit for me to make this, man. And I gotta speak about this, man, because yesterday, how I was seeing how this woman was going on, I was thinking to myself, like, you don't even actually understand that if I was some kind of evil motherfucker crash out, right? Some 2/3, that would spin you. And you're trying to come with all this pride. And I'm thinking to myself, like, you couldn't actually, if a man actually wants to do something and a woman actually doesn't want it to be done, most of the time, whatever the man decides he wants to do is going to happen, man. And that's why I've got this saying that I say, and I'm going to say it right now. Every time a man does not care about going to jail, I personally believe that a woman gets seriously hurt, man, or sent back up to the spirit world. Every single time a man no longer cares about whether he goes to jail or not, man, or whether he lives or does not live. Every single time that a man gets to that certain mindset, right, a woman ends up getting seriously hurt, man, because they are at the root of a lot of damn wickedness in this world, man. They're at the root of a lot. A lot of wicked, even the fact that the rent price is high is partially down to women being demons, man. Because the more people they are that want to be single, right, the more people they are that want to rent houses. So therefore, there's more demand. So therefore, landlords can charge a higher price, right? And that also leads to higher food prices too, because there's now more people trying to buy food to make meals in a single way. Then there would be people trying to buy food to make meals for a family, which then makes there be more demand for the food, which means that they can charge a higher price. And then it's mad. You women are actually absolutely bonkers because you want to make the same amount of money as men, but you don't want to pay for nothing. Which what does that let us know? That you're demons, man. You want to have all the extra money, and the reason why you really want to have all this extra money, really, if you was being honest, is that you can try and spruce up your beauty to try and use the man that's currently paying for all your stuff now as a stepping stone to try and level up and get with the next geezer. And then you want to try and get with that geezer and try and use him as a stepping stone to level up again. And then you want to finally get to the guy that's at the highest level, that would be a billionaire or something like that, or a trillionaire. And then you're hoping that the system that you're living in will allow you to divorce him and then become a billionaire off a divorce. And if a lot of you hoes was honest, that's exactly what y'all want, man. You want to date, a lot of you want to date rappers and date basketball players and boxers and all these singers and athletes because you know that they make a high amount of money, and you know that the government and the system that we're living in right now does not care if a woman lies and says, oh, he beat me, he this or thatted me, I want a divorce. And then you can become a millionaire off that. That's why you want to date these guys. It's not because you love them. It's because you want to get access to their money, man. Because if any other man had the same kind of money, you'd be on their ball bags. You'd be on their almonds, man. All upon their nut sacks. You damn demons, man. Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 9. Rise up with me that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. But most of them ain't going to listen, though. Right? And that's why when we see them when all hell breaks loose, we're going to look at Eve like she's a piece of shit on the ground, man. Like, some brothers, okay, you like Eve, you like dating her, you like dating your women that you're dealing with. The women, the so-called black women that you deal with, they're the ones that are cool. But what percentage of that? What percentage is that of Israelite women? Even if you're a brother that might have some flow with the gal them, and you've been with 500 women, let's say, in your lifetime, and you're in your 30s to 50s, 60s, and you've dealt with 500 women, yeah? You're half King Solomon round here. What percentage of those Israelite women that were cool, or what percentage of those Israelite women that you dealt with, right, of those 500, what percent of those would have actually been a wife material? Let's say 10% of them would. So that's 50 women. And what percentage is 50 women among the billions of Israelite women that there is? So I ain't trying to hear that, no, Israelite women are cool, they're all right. No, they're not cool, man. They're not all right. The scriptures say that they're our enemy, right? The scriptures say that they're our enemy. Now, any other nation of women that are wicked towards us, well, they're our enemy. They're supposed to be our enemy anyway. But the Israelite woman is not supposed to be our enemy. She's supposed to be on our side because she's in the same captivity that we're in. But every single time she gets a chance to screw us over, or every single time that she interacts with us, she can't remain neutral. She's got to have a stinking ass attitude, man. She's got to have a stank ass attitude. And then that's trickled into the other women of the other nations now. Because the other, like, what happened in this world really is like Esau screwed up the mind of the Israelite woman, right? And made her become a demon towards the Israelite man. But because she's an Israelite woman, she's got some flavor to her. So she ended up making being rebellious to men look fashionable. And that now has trickled into all women of the other nations. And that's why they all talk and do the same similar kind of hand gestures as the Israelite woman, man. They're all desperate to have a fat ass because that's what Eve likes to have. Eve's always obsessed with having a fat ass, even if it comes with having a fat gut as well. So now all the other women are all desperate to have a fat ass too, right? And now it's getting to the point where some of the women of the other nations have a better figure than Israelite women. Certain Edomite women are in more better shape now than the Israelite women, and certain women of other nations, well, Ishmaelite women, Filipino women and all that, they'd be looking in a better, more feminine than the Israelite woman. And it used to be a thing where Eve was just thinking, oh, used to try and bluff all the other women, oh, they ain't got no ass and all this, they ain't got no this and they ain't got no that, right? But some men would rather deal with a flat back woman than with some of you fat ass having Israelite wicked demons, man. Some men would rather that. Some men would rather deal with a woman that's less attractive than deal with some of you wicked ass Israelite women that are heavily attractive, man. Because you're demons, a lot of you. And when all hell breaks loose, just being attractive is not going to be enough to get you access to a man of the Lord, one of the men of the elect. It's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. And it's getting to that point. You men are going to singles events. No men are showing up. Why should they show up, man? And if you're a woman having to go to singles events, yeah, guess what you should have did instead of going to a singles event? Ask your dad, yeah, to set up an arranged marriage, you hoe. You'll go to a singles event and have a stranger sit up and choose men that you can date from, though, right? But you wouldn't go to your dad and have him pick somebody that he thinks is a better choice for you, though, would you? And that shows that you men are wicked as hell. You men will be set up on a date, on a blind date by one of your female friends who you know is a harlot and has never picked the right man herself. But you won't allow your dad to pick you a man, though, will you? Because you're wicked. Or your dad can't tell you what to do, right? Your dad can't tell you what to do. You don't have to listen to what your dad does, or you don't have to listen to what your man does. But you'll let your female friends tell you what to do, though, won't you? They'll tell you, oh, that dress doesn't look good, babes. Or babes, nah, that doesn't go with your figure. If you want to bang your knuckles together, you got to wear this one, yeah? But when it comes to a man telling you what to do, oh, he can't tell me what to do. He's trying to control me. You're a demon. You don't know what's going on, man. And that's why when all hell breaks loose, men are going to tell you, okay, treat it like it was the world before, man. Don't talk to me. I don't want to talk. I'm broke, remember? I'm too broke to deal with you. All right, now, I like Cheesecake Factory. You know what I mean? If Cheesecake Factory ain't good enough, this tin of beans definitely ain't good enough. So back up, man. These tin of beans is for me, dog. You ain't having none of these. That's how men are going to be dealing with you. And if you don't want to accept getting away from him, then things could turn violent. And you men are can't deal in that realm, man. Y'all can't deal in that realm. We can. Men can deal in that realm all day. And that's why the government is trying to get men in the draft initially. But you men are going to be joining too. And when the world gets to a man zone, let's see how proud you men are then, man. When the world gets to man realm, yeah, when the world's getting like how men deal with things, let's see all you women run pride then. Yeah, let's see you come with that pompous attitude in that time, man. Let's see y'all run your mouths. Yeah, let's see y'all come with all that stanking ass attitude, acting a fool when that time shows up, yeah? Let's see you do it. I want to see it then, man. I want to see you men run around proud in that time. It's easier to run your mouth now when you can call 999, right? When you can call up some dirty little hood rat Pookie and Ray Ray, right? But when all hell breaks loose, that Pookie and Ray Ray is going to be, oh fam. He's going to be our fam in his way to getting destroyed somewhere, man. No, this is mad, you know? He ain't going to know what's going on himself. Yo, what the fuck's going on, G? This is peak star still. Yo, things are mad, you know? It must be that Iran thing. Must be that Iran and US thing on that man was talking about this or. It's a madness. Yeah, it's going to be a real madness, man. And a lot of you roadmans are going to, let me fucking say this, man. A lot of you roadmans, you fake fucking niggas, man, that think that running around with your little this or that makes you some kind of bad man. You're only like that right now because everyone else is thinking about paying bills, thinking about the daily grind of life. When all hell breaks loose, everyone's going to be on that mindset, man. Everyone's going to tool up themselves, right? All the people that have not of the elected nation of Israel are going to be tooling up themselves, getting in teams, getting themselves in little gangs, right? Little groups. And you're going to have loads of people running around exactly like what you was like. And then is it going to be as easy then to try and antagonize people and try and get one over on people then? No, it's not. It's not going to be as easy then, is it? Verse 11, tremble you men that are at ease, be troubled ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. You men are going to catch extreme hell, man, because your pride has been absolutely disgusting. Right? Absolutely disgusting, man. And there was a video that was put up a couple of days ago where some woman was running her damn mouth, and then the guy just ended up laying her down, man. And I didn't feel nothing watching that video. I didn't feel, oh man, he went too far. I didn't care. Because although what he did was wicked, that's the judgment of the Lord. He's going to get judged as well, but he's judgment to her was a judgment from the Lord. And what judgment's going to happen to him is also a judgment of the Lord, man. A lot of you Israelite women, you don't even understand how much you're disliked among your own nation, man. You don't even get it. How much you fucked up our own nation. You fucked up our nation, and then you're the main one complaining about how our nation's fucked up and how the men ain't this and the men ain't that. When you raised them, it's your fault. They're acting like what you think that they're supposed to act like. The way the average Israelite is, both men and women, is based on what you've did to them, man. It's based on it's based on your programming. You're the one that's been around them the most, so you've had the most influence on it. But then you're the main one complaining about the men ain't this, and you damn demons all talking about men cheat and that. But what about how you've sucking everyone off though? What about how a lot of you Israelite women are freaking off with each other, man? You're gonna mention any of that data when you're talking about all of the things that you're talking about running your damn mouths? When the truth comes out about you flipping demonic women, man, y'all are gonna be with shame in your eyes. When all hell breaks loose, man, and you women are left to be alone by yourself for a time, and when you start to really realize that, damn, actually being a decent woman is actually very important, because now that the world's gone like this, no man wants to protect me, and it doesn't matter how much of this stinky ass fishy hole that I try and throw their way, they ain't accepting it. They won't even take it for free. I'm saying to them that I don't even have to cook. I'll cook and clean. I'll do everything you want me to, and they're still saying, nah, it stinks, and I don't want it. I wouldn't want it even if it was clean. Go give it to someone else, man. I don't want that, and they're still rejecting it. Y'all are gonna be like, man, what's going on? When I used to throw this out, when I used to use this to get a free Uber, I used to use this to get a free Pizza Hut delivery. This used to work magic. Like, I used to use it to get into a nightclub for free. I used to just throw this thing out every single chance I could get, and I used to just get things for free. A free Dixie chicken, a free this, a free that, a little date at a restaurant, Papa Do's and Nobu's, I used to throw this out and just, but now when I'm trying to throw it out, no one don't even want it. Yeah, they don't want it, because they know it's used goods, man. And a lot of you women would not even stumble upon a video like this and make it to this far. And that's because you're a demon and you don't want to be told about yourself, man. But you don't need to be told about yourself, because you're wicked as hell. And as far as the most wicked people in our nation are Israelite women. Women are more evil than men. Women are more evil than men, man. Verse 12, they shall lament for the teeth, or where all the real men at? Or where the this and the that? As if you women could handle a real man. None of you women could be King David's wife. None of you women could be King Solomon's wife. Y'all are demons. None of you women deserve to be that man that's superiorly rich and just can pay for everything. You don't deserve a man like that, man. You don't deserve to go down no aisle in no white dress. Your dress should be darker than a Batmobile, man. If you did even have one. Y'all don't deserve none of that. You're wanting things that you think you want in things that you don't deserve. You don't deserve it, man. You deserve the day of Yahweh's wrath. That's what y'all deserve. And that's what you're going to get, man. Unless, of course, you repent from your wickedness. Because there's always that option too. There's always that option for an Israelite. But a lot of y'all don't even want to believe you're Israelites, though. You'll believe you're a black queen, though, right? No throne, no crown. Wearing somebody else's hair on your head, but you'll believe that. But then you'll ask for all this evidence to prove that we're Israelites, though. You will open up the Bible. Edomites, and the so-called white man is not Esau, he's Japheth. You'll ask for all this proof that we're Israelites, right? Have all these questions, but y'all never had any questions to prove you're black queen. You never said, hang on, prove to me that the black woman is God. When these simps will be telling you that you're God, you wouldn't say, prove to me that I'm God, because if I'm a God, why can't I grow my hair my length if I want it? If I'm a god, why can't I make myself immortal? You never ask the men no questions like that, right? When that demon polite used to tell y'all the black woman is God and all of this. And when you wicked ass women used to hear that you can have children without a man and there's an Eve gene and all that bullshit. You never asked, yo, prove that there's an Eve gene. You used to just run off your mouth and talk all this bullshit and say, oh yeah, there is an Eve gene. Mate, where the fuck have you ever seen any proof that there's a rascal Eve gene, nigga? When the hell have any of you hoes ever had a child without a man? And even if you women could do that, you wouldn't do it anyway, because then you couldn't put a man on a child support, you damn hoes. You'd still rather, you know what I mean? They'd still rather choose to get pregnant by a man, even if they could get pregnant by themselves, because then they can put men on child support then, can't they? They can try and run up a man's pockets then, right? Show me one woman that's made to produce a child just by herself, man, and I'll show you a lying demon. Think about some Eve gene. What you on about, man? Eve gene. These people are so full of shit. Eve's always believes everything that's said about her to praise her. But then when it comes to believing that we're Israelites, oh, I need more proof. There we go again. Always talking about Deuteronomy 28. Okay, there we go again. Always talking about how the black woman's God, and you're not. You're not God. I don't think that I could grab God and power bomb him. But I think I could do it to a woman that's trying to talk like she's God though. I don't think that God would not be able to grow his own hair. But I know that you Israelite women can't grow your own hair though. So how are you God? God can grow his own hair, mate. God don't need to wear someone else's hair in his head. But you do though, don't you? And y'all think y'all God? God don't need somebody else to pay his bills. The black woman's God, but she needs somebody else to pay her bills. You know what I mean? Begging up for money from someone. Trying to go on speed dating events. And no one shows up. Huh? Yahweh's put his word out towards the elect. And people have showed up. People have showed up. Right? People have showed up to hear the word of the Lord. But when Eve's trying to show up, okay, I'm ready to settle down now. Come on, Mr. 50-50. Come on, where's my husband at? Oh, I've been trying to search for husband, and the best places to go are DIY stores in the evening and and this and that. And you'll find your husband, girl. Go to hotels in 11 in the evening and try and just lounge around. But make sure you by yourself, because men get intimidated if women in group. It's not gonna work, man. They know y'all are demons, and they know it's a trick, and they know that at the end of it all, it's gonna be expensive. At the end of all of the dealing with you women, it comes down to how much is this shit gonna cost, right? How much is this gonna cost? Oh, a man sees a woman that's attractive and she's smiling back at him and that. He might have a nice car, but he's gonna start thinking, man, how much is this shit gonna cost? Right? This woman's all smiling in my face, but how much is that gonna cost me though? Right? What's the monthly payment on that? Right? What's the monthly on that? Is it 3 grand? Is it 2 grand? How many dates a month is that gonna cost me, man? What's that gonna run my pockets? Because really, if it's gonna be too expensive, right, you know what I'd rather do? Keep that money and spend it on something for myself. That's what it's gonna get down to. And you're gonna have to pay for your own, man. You ain't gonna be able to look at a man and be like, man, he'd be able to pay this bill and that bill of mine. And that's why we're waiting for the time where all hell's broke loose, because you ain't gonna be coming to men begging up nothing, man. You're gonna be saying, well, take care of ourselves. I take care of myself. The only thing I want is you, the man himself. I ain't trying to come to you now because I want you to pay for everything in my life. 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14, woe to the word and them that dwell therein, and that includes you women, man. You don't get no exemption card because you got a vagina. You don't get no exemption card because, oh, women produce babies, and if it wasn't for women, you wouldn't be born. You wouldn't be born if it wasn't for men. You wouldn't be born neither, because you need the seed of a man. Oh, but you're just a sperm donor. Oh, you're just a sperm. You're just a womb donor. We can both have a push. What did Carl Froch say? We can both have a bit of a push and a bit of a pull. Yeah. Both have a bit of a push and a bit of a pull. We can both go back and forth and try and make it about that. Women can't be here without men, and men can't be without women. But guess what? You men are not so glorious that you can fucking decide what the woman's gonna be. If a man says, all right, there you go, love, you up the duff, right? Make him 7'5". I want him 7'5", and I want him to be hench as well. I want him to be an athlete, athletic, but smart too. I don't want him to just be all about going gym. I want him to have some smarts to him as well. She doesn't go hamana, 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 hamana. Okay, darling, I'll get onto that now and sit down in a lotus position for 9 months straight and just work on it and start doing things to get the bright baby like that. Some of them don't even damn change their diet to try and make the baby have a better environment to grow. Some of y'all hoes still smoke cigarettes and drink alcohol, man. Drinking a 40 ounce. Drinking vodka like you're in Magaluf and that. Trying to run your mouth. Some of you men don't even change that. Trying to tell me something about something, man. Verse 15. For the sword and destruction draw of nigh, and one people shall stand to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Women have got power, y'all women like to claim, right? So then when all hell breaks loose, show your power then. Yeah? Because I bet in Iran, women ain't trying to show no power right now. I bet in Ukraine, women ain't trying to run around and try and show no power. I bet they're scared, shook, scared to death. And they ain't running their mouth. They ain't running their mouth over there. Because things are in a man zone over there, man. And when things get in the man zone, women have to humble down or get rolled over, man. And the Israelite woman needs to get put in that position. She needs to be shown she ain't bad. But for a long time, she's not been shown that because she's been able to be in situations where men are talking and start running her mouth. And no one says, you know what, shut the fuck up, man. No one just tells her, yo, shut your fucking mouth, man. No one tells her that when she starts running her mouth. And then if she does start running her mouth and tries to rebel against that, nobody don't grab her and be like, you know what, I'm going to show you then. Yeah, now you're going to be shown that you should have shut your mouth then. That don't happen. But in a war zone environment, that happens, man. If you just go and look, if you don't believe me, like you can think, oh, this guy's crazed, man. This is a crazed lunatic. Look how he's talking. Look up what happened to women in World War I and look at what happened to women in World War II. Just look it up, man. Just have a look and see what was happening to women in those times and see if they were just having a ball of whale of a time. See if they were just living it up. Or see if they were catching hell. Yeah? Have a look, man. Do your research, yeah? Don't just be a crybaby and be like, oh man, this guy hates women, you know? Go do some research and see what was happening to them. They wasn't having a ball of a time, I tell you that. They wasn't just living it up in the sunset. That's what I do know, for damn sure. A man should desire to go into a city and should not be able, and that's going to be the main thing that's going to affect women, man. And when it's saying a man, it's talking about mankind. Women not being able to just gallivant and go here and there is going to really grate on their mind, man. And that's why when that lockdown came, there were some women, certain women, was unaliving themselves because they couldn't handle having to deal with who they are. Women being able to just gallivant and go from man to man, not even having to have any gaps from relationship to relationship, because there'll always be a man that's down to smash, right? They'll always be able to find some man that's down to smash, and then they'll think, see, I'm a real nice woman because there's always somebody that wants to be in a relationship with me, and she'll think that men sleeping with her is a relationship, but he's just selling her a dream, clapping the cheeks off, and then whatever this dumb, and then eventually he gets tired of her and sacks off as well, and then she thinks he's the problem and gets with another guy in maybe 2 weeks, man. In another 2-week gap. And that's a long gap for some of you hoes. 2 weeks is a long gap for some of you women, man. Because y'all are demons. When it really goes down, a lot of you women are going to find out what it is, man. Y'all are going to find out. You wicked women that are nosy as hell, spying on men's lives, trying to press men's buttons. You're going to find out, man. That woman on Purge movie, yeah? She was actually really I think that she was actually really a demon, man. When Diego pulled upon her, because he said that every day she passes by him like he ain't shit. He said every day you pass by me like I ain't shit, man. Right? And she probably was treating him like that. Right? She probably was treating him like he ain't shit. But then in a day where now whatever wickedness he thinks he wants to do, he can get away with, right? Or what if he wants to just rob them of all their food or whatever and do whatever he wants to do? Now all of a sudden they were wanting mercy, and he did it. He wasn't going to give him any, man. He wasn't going to give him any mercy, and that's what it's going to be like when all hell breaks loose, man. Not every single man. A lot of you women just think every man's just going to be lusting you off. Oh man, I've really been desperate to try and get with her. No, some men are going to rob you. They're going to want to rob all your food, everything that you've got, and they ain't going to want nothing else from you. They're going to want to just rob you of all the things that you've got. Or you've got all this food, they're going to want to rob you, and you ain't going to be able to do nothing about it, man. They might hear that you got a new food delivery in a couple of weeks before and that you've been trying to do all this buying of food and all of that, so that you can try and hunker in, and they might just rob you. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, man? Because there were certain videos when I've seen a lot, when the lockdown was there, that certain Israelite women was getting punched up, man, by Ishmaelite women. When they was trying to get tissue, they was getting punched in the head, man, by a daughter and a mom. Talking about, I just need 1 pack. And that one was like, no 1 pack, no 1 pack. And just the fact that it was mainly women trying to bulk buy tissue. It's like it shows how weak you are, man. Tissue is the main thing you're worrying about. A man will grab some leaves, bro. When all hell breaks loose, a man will grab some leaves, fam. Men can really get into a grimy mindset for survival, you know. But you women ain't about that life, man. Y'all ain't about that life. But men can really take it there. Men can really go to a dark place compared to women for survival. Just the fact that you women bleed on your monthly, man. Men don't have to worry about that. Men can just urinate anywhere. Eat with ease too. Men can sleep on the floor if they need to, right? Men can sleep in a rough environment if they need to, man. They can eat men can eat the same thing every single day. I know there's been time when I've just ate the same food every single day, or like drastically change my diet if I needed to change it. Women ain't really on that, man. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Nothing's more proud in this world than women. The Edomite man's proud, right? But women are more wicked than men. So the Edomite woman's even more proud than him. And she's got such a nerve that some of these Edomite women are trying to throw the Edomite man under the bus, as if they wasn't there with him. As if they wasn't part of the Israelites falling as well. Y'all ain't just going to be able to throw your Edomite man under the bus and try and side with us, you know. A lot of y'all ain't going to be able to do that. You're going to try, but it's not going to work, man. Oh, he made me do it. He made me. Nah, we ain't going to be accepting that. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their house with a sword. In the time that we're talking about, right? In this time that I'm talking about right now, men are not going to care about, no, it's men, women, and that it's women and children go first. No, they're not going to care, man. They're not going to care about no women and children go first bullshit. No one's going to care about that bullshit. No one's going to care. If you women try and push in a queue during a famine for a line for a store, you might get dusted off. People aren't going to care about no women and children, women go first and all that bullshit, man. They ain't going to care about that. Oh, let the women go first. No, the people are going to, no, fuck that. I'm going first. Yeah? And if anyone's got a problem, run up then. That's what people are going to be on. Or you got a problem with me going first, come do something about it then. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with a sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And that's what I said. Certain women are trying to be scared about getting RA'd and all that, yeah? Certain men are not even going to want that from you. They're going to want to rob you of all your food, man. They're going to ransack your house, steal all the food, and you're going to just be left there with nothing to eat. And in order to get more food, you're going to have to go outside where there's looting and all these psychopaths out there. And you ain't going to have no man to try and help you as a backup plan. And then when you leave your house to try and go and get that food, somebody else might come and steal your house while you're not there. Or you might get the food and might not make it back to the house. Or you might try and leave out to get the food, try and go back to your house, but not realize you was getting followed. And then another person robs that food that you tried to have, man. It's going to get real dark and real grimy and slimy in this world, and women are not going to be able to handle that. A group of 5 women is not going to be as much of a threat as one strong man. One strong man in that time is going to be able to overcome a group of just 5 women, random women. Even 5 strong ones, man. 5 strong women Oh, we're going to make a team, girls. The apocalypse women. And we're going to make a team so that no men can try and override us with their power. And we're going to show that we've got girl power in this time, girls, yeah? But one strong man just come through and steal all of that. One man with demons on him, man. And that's why, like I said, man, we're going to have a field day judging you people, because after all of this wickedness takes place, man, we're gonna be laughing at you, man, in the time of the day of the Lord, man. When we see you all crying and that, we're gonna laugh. Even though we're gonna be catching hell ourselves, when we look over and see Eve through, we're gonna be like, yeah, but that's what I wanted to see as well, though. That's the look I've been waiting to see I have, man. And we're gonna be waiting for you Israelite women to try and come up to us and try and ask for help. Just like how some of you Israelite women try and be happy now for an Israelite man to try and ask you out, so that he can cut him low and try and bun him out, man. What makes you thinking God's green earth that I'd ever deal with you? You're not even on my lip. That's how we're gonna deal with you, man. What makes you think I'd ever help a bitch like you? Get the fuck out my face, nigga. That's how the Israelite man's gonna deal with you. He's gonna be extremely boldly arrogant, man. Righteously, boldly arrogant with you. And guess what? There's nothing you're gonna be able to do. And then when we get you heathens in the kingdom, we're gonna judge y'all, man, with a rod of iron, which is the law of Yahweh. We're gonna judge y'all strictly too. Like there's gonna be a lot coming down the pipeline for you wicked demons, man. There's a lot of judgment coming to this world, man. A lot of judgment coming. And on that, I'm gonna end the video, man. Shalom to the elect.